Hello.
Hi,
It's nice to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Juliana.
Juliana? Okay, my name's Hadassah.
Nice to meet you, Vanessa.
So where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
You're from Colombia?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long ways from here.
It really is.
So what are you doing here in Tennessee?
I am studying. I am a nursing student.
Wow, how are you liking that so far?
Oh, I love it.
That's
It's really
good.
fun.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get started, I just want to let you know that this session is going to be about 15 minutes long,
Okay.
and we're going to be talking about what you came here for, and we're going to work together to form a solution.
Okay.
And I'm not going to be giving you any direct advice because we'll be working together as a team, and I'll be pulling from the things that you tell me
Okay.
to form a solution that would be best suited for you.
Okay.
Okay. And I also want to let you know that our confidentiality statement includes that if you tell me anything involving child abuse, elder abuse, harming yourself, or harming someone else, I am required to report that.
Okay.
Does that sound okay with you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Also, towards the end of the session, I'll be taking a short thinking break to discuss what we talked about with my team, and then
Okay.
I'll be back. But it'll just be really short, and then I'll come back, give you some feedback, and then we'll close out.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Awesome. So, what brought you in today?
Well, I have been some trouble communicating with my family. I feel like since I left home, it's been really, really hard to keep a relationship and to stay closer.
Okay, so it sounds like since you've come here to Tennessee, you've had problems communicating with your family due to distance and other things like that.
Well, I feel like the problem was not only since I came here, it's more like since before. It's just that now that I'm away from home, it seems like it has gotten bigger and
Okay.
bigger. And it's,
Okay, so you feel like the problem has escalated since you've left home. Okay, and everybody in your family is in Colombia still?
yeah, they are.
Okay, so
Well,
you're-
other than my sister, but
Oh, so your sister's here in the
Doesn't matter.
States too.
Mhm.
Okay, and why doesn't it matter?
my sister,
Mhm.
oh, we never talked, so it's
Mm.
like, I don't know what she is.
How would you describe your relationship with your sister?
With my sister, is there a relationship? I don't think there is. Well, it has always been, especially, I don't know, I just feel like we never really got closer, and our personalities are completely opposite, so it's like, really, you're doing that, like, I don't agree with any of the stuff that she's doing, or she doesn't agree what I'm doing, and so it's just a lot.
Okay. And how would you say your relationship with your parents is?
With my parents, it depends which way you look at it. With my mom, it's hard. I mean, it's like, I don't know how to deal with her. Like, I don't know.
What about your dad?
Things with my dad are way better. I think my dad, it's what makes it easier, and it's good. Things with my dad are good.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
So it seems like you're struggling more with your relationship with your sister and your mom.
Yeah,
Is that right?
definitely. I probably
Okay.
can deal with women. That might be the issue.
Okay. And so how has this been affecting you since you've come to do your studies in the U.S.?
Well, the things with my sister, they just didn't affect me at all. I mean, I see her once a year for a week, and it's like, she's over there, I don't really care. But the things with my mom are a little bit harder because it feels like she tries to communicate with me, but the more she tries and the more I try, like, it just separates us even more.
Okay. And what do you mean by that? Like when you both try, it separates you more?
Well, every time we talked, it's like there's no connection. Like, we both want completely different things. Like, so every time we talk, it's like she asks something, but that's exactly what I don't want to talk about. So I get mad, and so I respond in a bad way, and then she gets mad, and it's just there's
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds like there's a lot of conflicts going on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm hearing that you're struggling with your relationship with your mom and your sister, and your relationship with your dad. It sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah.
And so
Definitely.
these are affecting you. And so what would you say that you would like to gain out of this session?
What would I like to gain out of this session?
What can I do for you?
I don't know. I was just looking for help.
Okay.
I just want to make things better.
Okay.
And I realized that I can't do anything about it. Like, even if I try, even if I can't do it. So I just thought, might as well somebody else can help me.
Okay. So you came here looking for help?
Yeah.
So I just want to say that that's a really good thing for you to do, because you're coming here and looking for some way because you recognize that you need some help working on your relationship. And that's a really, I commend you on doing that, because that's a really good thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you kind of like a strange question now. So imagine that tonight you go to sleep, and while you're sleeping, a miracle happens. And this miracle is that the problem that you came for here today has been solved. So when you wake up in the morning, but while you're sleeping, you don't know that this problem has been solved because you're sleeping. So when you wake up in the morning, what would be some of the things that tell you that your problem is taken care of? What would you notice that would be different?
I would receive a call from my sister asking me how I am or how I'm feeling, or even I don't know, I just feel like I am the older sister and she's younger, so I was not hoping, but like I had this, I don't know, that I want to be there for her, and that if she's in trouble, she will call me, you know, and tell me about it. So I will feel good if she will call me and be like, hey, so I'm in trouble, I don't know what to do, or something like that. Because every time she gets in trouble, she goes and looks for her friends who are not a good influence on her. So yeah, she'll just call me and be like, hey, how are you? I'm alive. Okay. I mean, there's some 2 months that I hear nothing from her.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, you're alive. Like, oh, it's good to know. I mean, yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like you'd like to hear from your sister. What would you notice different between you and your mom?
Between me and my mom, maybe she will stop being so overprotective, and she would stop asking me about things that don't really matter. She usually, every time we talk, she's like, so she always gets mad because I don't eat breakfast, and that's something that bothers her so much. But I don't like breakfast, so we always fight about breakfast.
Okay.
And so,
yeah,
just like,
all right. So
maybe tomorrow she can ask me, how are you feeling, and not, did you eat breakfast?
Okay. So it sounds like you'd like to hear how you're feeling from both your sister and your mom.
Yeah, I do, maybe.
Okay. So it sounds like you have kind of a conflict-based relationship with your sister and your mom, but it sounds like your relationship with your dad was good. So if this miracle were to happen, how do you think your relationship with your dad would be different?
It wouldn't.
It wouldn't?
My relationship with my dad is not affected by my mom or my sister.
Okay.
But my relationship between my parents is affected by my relationship with my mom and my dad.
Okay. And so if this problem were solved, how do you think that your relationship between your parents would be different?
Well, the big deal is that we as a family are in two sides. My mom has always been with my sister, and my dad has always been with me. So it's like we are a family, but we're two separate families, because every time there is a crisis, I go to my dad, and my mom tries to help, but she doesn't know how to help. And I don't know how to help either. So if I have a crisis, I go to my dad, and then my mom is like, yeah, she's over there.
Okay.
You know, and so that creates a conflict between my parents, because I go to my dad, and then my mom gets mad because my dad doesn't tell her what's happening. And so if there was a miracle, I don't know, it might get better.
Okay. And then how would you notice that you would be different? Would your friends notice that you'd be different, or?
I don't think so.
No?
I usually can hide my emotions pretty well.
Okay. And does that affect you at all, hiding your emotions?
Not really.
Not
I
really?
mean, now that I notice,
Okay.
I just have a way to hide it, I guess.
All right. And what about your studies? Would they be affected at all?
No.
Okay.
I keep my professional and my personal completely separate.
Okay. That's a really good trait to have. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being that your relationship with your mom and your sister is just really bad and it's just like you can't even handle it anymore, and then 10 being where you want to be with your mom and your sister, where would you say that you are on the scale right now?
I don't think they can be together, my mom and my sister's relationship.
Okay. So where would you say that you are with your sister?
0.
0?
Oh, you say 1 was the little one? Okay, 1.
1.
Then,
Okay.
yeah, it's not. There is no relationship there.
Okay. So you saying that you have a 1 with your sister, so you don't really have a relationship with her at all.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about with your mom?
It's an up and down thing. It
Okay.
comes and goes.
All right. What would you say it is right now?
What would I say this right now? I will say 5.
Okay. And
Because we're not talking.
what does the 5 mean to you?
What does the 5 mean to me? It means that she is busy right now and she hasn't mentioned the breakfast thing in a long time.
Okay.
And she hasn't mentioned those really tricky points that we just, well, if we look at it from a different perspective, it's like we're putting band-aids
Mm-hmm.
on the things, because we figure out this is something that we can't talk about because we're going to get mad at each other if we talked about it, so we just skip it and we just don't ever talk. But I'm worried that at some point we're not going to have anything to talk about.
Right. So where would you want to be on a scale of 1 to 10 with your sister?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm asking too much, because I don't want to have a relationship with her if she has her attitude like that. If she's gonna still be that crazy girl and all of that, I don't really want to have a relationship there. But if she's willing to change and to get better and to, do things right, might want to go a little bit up.
Okay. What about you and your mom?
What about me and my mom? Oh, I would love to have a good relationship with her.
Okay. So you'd love to be at so you're at 5 now, so where would you like
I
to
would
be?
love to be on a 10.
Okay. And so then what would a 10 mean to you?
And we can talk, we can laugh together, we can not fight every time we talk.
Okay. So has there been a time, like in the past, since you've moved from home, or when you were home, when you had that relationship with your mom, or when things were a little bit better?
Like I say, it's an up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you, oh, today's super good, but then tomorrow is like, oh, okay, no.
Okay. So what about those days when it's good?
Mm-hmm.
Make them good. Is there something that you notice in those days when there's good, that's something that like keeps on happening?
I feel like she's there more to support me and to appreciate what I do,
Okay.
more than to tell me what to do.
Okay. So whenever your mom's more supportive of you, you feel like those are the better days and you have a better relationship with her.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So it sounds like you are really struggling with the relationship with your sister, and you would like to improve it, but only if things could get better between her. And your relationship with your mom, it has its ups and downs. Okay, so now I'm going to take that thinking break that we were talking about.
Okay.
Is that okay? I'll be right back. Okay, thank you so much for letting me do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've discussed a lot today. We went over your relationship with your mom and your sister and how you would like them to improve, and especially the one with your mom, and so you would want her to be more supportive of you as you're here in school. Okay, so it sounds like these things are achievable and you are working towards a better relationship with your mom. So I just want to say that, like as you go home and as you talk to your mom, notice like when your relationship might be better, and then we can talk about it next time if you'd like.
Okay.
Okay, so we'd like to meet next week?
Sure.
Same time?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much
better.
for coming in, Juliana. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you for your help.